Howdy Pioneers, I'm Tanner Lambert. Welcome to your slice of orange sports this week. We're going to talk some high school sports today. First up, boys volleyball. They had a little bit of a scare on Tuesday in their scrimmage. Luke Little sprained his ankle, but he will be all right, and the boys should still be on track to start their season and hopefully have a good year. You know, again, they have a good shot to win the state title. Softball and baseball have both started playing scrimmages this week as well. Most sports start this weekend with their regular seasons, and that's exciting. First spring sports in over a year. We can't wait for that. I'm going to give you the Ben Keller Lax report for the boys. The boys lacrosse team had their season opener against Berlin tomorrow at 1 p.m. Coming into the game, the boys are 1-1 in their scrimmages this week. They lost 12-8 to Perrysburg, but they rallied with a 14-5 win against Big Walnut on Tuesday. The midfield duo of Tanner Hegarty and Julian DeSabato accounted for 8 goals. Against Big Walnut, Connor Imes had a great game in net, only allowing 2 goals in the half that he played. The defense locked up and only allowed 8 shots at all in that half. And overall, it was a great game, giving Orange a lot of momentum for the season. The game tomorrow is an interconference rivalry with both teams very skilled and full of athletes. The big key will be a Pioneer shooters trying to get the best of Berlin goalie Sam Warner. It'll be a good game, and we here at the Juice are very excited for it tomorrow. I know Ben Keller can't wait to get out there on the field with the rest of his boys. We're going to talk about some track here. I'm going to send you over to Jordan Murray here in a second. But again, we are just so excited for spring sports. After we come back from Jordan Murray, I'll have Jenna Durst of the girls lacrosse team here with me, and we're going to talk some Glax. So take it away, Jordan.
Hey Pioneers! Recently we talked to Coach Walters and students on the track team to see how this year is going to look different with COVID and an even bigger track team than most years. Here's what we found out.
I've been coaching this will be my 8th season as the boys and girls track coach, and so yeah, it's been a fun ride. Last year, or in previous years, we've usually done one kind of big group for warm-ups. This year we've kind of spread out into pockets using the whole stadium, and so really everyone has masks on until they're running and out of breath or working out, and then just a lot of space. Team goals are pretty much always the same for both teams. Compete for an OCC title, which this year is in a new division that's highly competitive. But I think both our girls team and boys teams have shots to win it like most years. It'll probably be us and Kaufman. For meets, I would say that we haven't gotten any guidelines on the COVID stuff, so not sure yet. Hoping that it's more of just people, after you're done running, you have to go home after your last event and just can't congregate. But hoping otherwise it's a fairly normal season, keeping our fingers crossed. I'm really just excited to have a season. I think all the kids are. It's like we had 8 days, and then the shutdown happened last year, so that was an abrupt end to probably what was going to be a very memorable season. So I think it's just we're looking forward to competing again and having fun with each other.
So Walters is having us wear masks when we're not running, so like when we're warming up or when we're walking somewhere on the track, and we're all split up into like our separate little track groups for warm-ups and stuff, so that we're not all like clumped together.
Hopefully the track team will have a great season this year. That's all I have for now. Now back to the news desk.
Thank you so much, Jordan. I'm here with Jenna Durst, a captain on the girls lacrosse team and a senior. And Jenna, I know you're just excited to play this year. You didn't get to play last year. What do you expect coming into this season?
Yeah, like you said, we lost last season, so the girls in the preseason we've been picking up with conditionings, with indoor lacrosse leagues and stuff, and I feel like we really have improved since last year, even since sophomore year. Okay.
Yeah, so I was going to ask you about that. 2 years ago you guys didn't have too many wins. This year, though, that's going to improve, hopefully.
Yeah, we're hoping so. We've really been, like I said, pushing. And in our first scrimmage, we played pretty well. We unfortunately lost by 1 goal, but I feel like everyone is pulling together as one unit this year, which we haven't seen in years past.
Okay.
So that's always good to see.
Yeah, and then you've got another new coach this year. So you've played, this will be your 3rd season of lacrosse because last year was canceled, and this will be your 3rd head coach.
Yes.
I think you're one of the only athletes in the school that can say that. What does that mean to you?
Well, it really shows that we have to adapt. Not only 3 head coaches, it's 3 sets of entirely new coaches, which is always a challenge for anyone. Any season you have challenges, but this one I feel like it's been difficult to overcome, but I feel like we've done it all together. All the seniors have had 3 sets of coaches, so we all kind of go hand in hand and talk to each other about stuff. Communication is definitely key this year.
Okay, that's exciting stuff. What I want to ask you, what is your role this year on the team? I know that you're pretty good at lacrosse, but like, what exactly are you going to be doing, and how can you help the girls team, improve and win some games?
Yeah, as a senior captain, it's kind of an important role for me as an individual. I feel like I'm growing a lot outside of the field as well, but not only just on the field, being off the field, you have to be someone that people can turn to and not fear. And also on the field, I feel like it's important to communicate with everyone. As I play attack, there's only 4 attackers, but I feel like it's important to communicate with middies, defensive, and of course the goalie. So.
Right, and you're good friends with the goalie, Abby.
Yes.
So what would you say the goal is for this season exactly?
As you said, like in the last few years, we haven't had the best win column. We're hoping to improve on that and also just improve on growing at the sport. Like, it's kind of a smaller sport. We're doing stuff with the middle school. We just had a Berkshire visit, and tonight we have one with Orange Middle School. So just kind of growing the culture, I guess, with 3 new coaches. I know he really is pushing towards growing the sport. So.
That's exciting. 2 years ago, you guys were close. You scored a lot of goals in your playoff game up at Delaware Hayes. And with lacrosse, everybody gets into the playoffs. So, maybe winning a playoff game would be pretty exciting this year. I think you guys have a good chance to do that. Yeah. It's going to take some big regular season victories. But what else do you think, how different are the practices then? Like with COVID too, I'm sure it's different. And you didn't even practice at all last year. Like you had, your preseason. I think you played a couple scrimmages and maybe even a game out in Hilliard. But how different is it really?
It's not too different. I'd say this year, I don't think that for tickets they're doing like 2. I know that they did that in fall. But we come to practice wearing our masks, run the lap with a mask, and then usually we kind of try and limit numbers altogether. So we split defense, midfield, attack, which I think is really helping with stuff. And just people are being cautious if you're not feeling good. And
right, and it's not like, football or something where you're all touching the same ball. You got your stick. And
we have the stick, so it's nothing too heavy.
That's exciting. Okay, anything else you want to add?
Not too much. I'd just say, like, it's challenging time for everyone. I feel like really leaning on other people, and I feel like sports is a good outlet for people. But that's
all right, sweet. Well, we're going to present a couple of the girls lacrosse games this year live on the Juice. Make sure to tune into those. We'll have those dates for you. Monday when we come back, we will have our bracket show. Ethan, Ben, and myself will be back to give you updates about the weekend and take a look at how our brackets will be doing. They'll probably not be looking too good. But I want to thank Jenna for coming on today. And, good luck to all the teams starting off their seasons this weekend. For the Juice, I'm Tanner Lambert saying have a great weekend and go Pioneers.
Woo!